Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon to everyone. Dragon, you're here. Fantastic. I have kidnapped you. You're mine. I'll put you right in my little box and not let you go anywhere. It's my secret plan this whole time. Yeah, so I thought we'd continue with the activities today and see how we get on. Because we had actually had a lot of fun running the missions yesterday. So I figured that since it's Sunday and since we're not doing anything else and there's no games night tonight for community games, that I would continue with the playthrough. Because this might be the last chance I have. Because on Saturdays we normally run our Arma operations, and of course on Sundays we usually run a community games night. So, you know, whether or not we get to do this anytime in the future will be quite up in the air, should we say. So what I'll do is I'll switch us over to the... I'm just making sure that we're live everywhere. I've got this. I'm trying multi-streaming using the new using the Stream Elements tool. So obviously I'm trying to check if I'm live everywhere that I'm supposed to be. Luckily though, I think I am, which is good. And we can crack on with some SeaPower gaming. But I'm just going to do one last check before we go over the mission brief. Pigeon and a tuna? That sounds awful. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry, did you have to go through such a thing? Let me just double check something real quick before we get started. You can launch, so I use OBS to start up all this streaming stuff, and what I want to make sure is that everything is optimized the same way that it should be, which I believe it actually is from looking at it from where I am. It does look like everything is working. Where is it? Okay, that's all good. That's working fine. I'm gonna mod you, Dragon, because I don't have any mods. So there you go. You're gonna be my little mod. You're welcome. Yeah, I need to. The only thing I need to set up is my tags on Twitch, on the Twitch side of things, and get that sorted. Because I think right now my tags are literally just English in Ignis, so I don't know necessarily how to change the tabs when I am live. So I need to figure out how to do that, because I can't do that yet through OBS, or maybe I can and I just don't know how to do it. But you know, nevertheless, it should be fine. So this is the third mission. So last night just a quick recap of everything that we did. We loaded on we followed our sailing schedule basically to the letter. We loaded on our flights of anti-submarine helicopters and aircraft on board the aircraft carrier Minsk. You need to click for these. Actually, there's a lot more than 4 people in Ignis at stream. Streaming's becoming like a big thing in Ignis out of nowhere all of a sudden. So yeah, I don't know what's causing that, to be honest, but fair enough. Yeah, so we loaded on our flights of forgers onto the Minsk, and we rendezvoused with our task force. We sunk a Japanese submarine that was operating inside our rendezvous zone. We then went over Complan Orange, which was this, and we also spoke to the commissar, who basically told us that for every 4 sailors we get aboard, the KGB will reward us a mission point. We then broke through the Soya Strait. We destroyed the Japanese shadowing force with our forgers in a surprise attack. We sunk another Japanese aircraft carrier and broke out into the sea. We also expended some of our munitions from this. We have a post-mission debrief here and a weapons report as well on all the information. We didn't go over the weapons report last time for our last mission. We can do that briefly. You can see that we fired 14 of our Grumbles which only had a 36% effectiveness, and I believe the reason for that is that a lot of them were fired at the anti-radiation missiles, hence why they didn't work. The goblets and the goas were useless, as were the geckos, but the gauntlet and the aphids, which are fired from our forgers, had 100% effectiveness. We dropped 14 sonobuoys, 2 torpedoes, one of which hit, and 16 FAB 500s. We're going to have to keep track on our stock of fab bombs because we only have a limited supply. And we fired 23, 54, and then 270 rounds appropriately. So you can see here by combat units, this is split up, and we can go over a percentage of our effectiveness and how many rounds we fired from each ship. We also intercepted weapons, so they were the submarine, the Japanese submarine, fired 2 UGMs, harpoons, the original A variant, which we intercepted, and the aircraft, the F4s, fired off 4 AGM-78Ds, the harms, which missed, and the destroyers, the Japanese destroyers that were trailing us, fired a bunch of rounds, but obviously we destroyed all of these ships. I don't even know if I should try butchering the pronunciation. The Makagumo, the Nagatsuki, the Yagagumo, and they're destroyers, basically. They're all destroyers. And we also sunk the Nishado, the Japanese submarine, and we shot down the F4s that were getting too close. And we also shot down the P3s. I guess they're not listed here because they didn't fire anything at us because we shot them down before they did. And we were awarded the Medal of, or the Order of Nakhimov, 2nd class, and we were promoted captain 2nd rank. We also rescued 80 survivors from that battle, so we got rewarded 20 additional points, which was good for us. And then yes, going to the daily sit rep, the Constellation, the Kitty Hawk, and attached escorts were hit, and they withdrew basically to the south through the Tsushima Strait. The Ranger was sunk, and the Midway was withdrawing to Pearl Harbor at 5 knots because it was heavily damaged. And the Nimitz, which is probably our biggest threat at the moment, put to sea. However, it is heading south for Okinawa, so it's pretty far away from us. The Nimitz is somewhere around here, setting sail for the islands of Okinawa. So we'll have to keep an eye out. I'm pretty sure we'll see the Nimitz at some point in this campaign. Which leads us on to mission number 3. We are expected to break through the Kuril Islands and break out into the open ocean. And I'm just going to go over our briefing quickly. So, we've got a order paper here to transit the Kuril Islands for follow-on convoy raiding operations. Signet suggests 2+ enemy submarines intended to obstruct your transit. Initial strikes ineffective against the airbase, so expect unescorted enemy MPAs from the southwest. Multiple enemy merchant vessels still in traffic lanes. All American and Japanese flag merchants are considered hostile. Destroy if the opportunity presents itself. National Technical Means suggest high-speed USN convoy transiting westbound merchant lanes. Convoy expected to carry critical resupply of Tomahawks and anti-air weapons for the US 7th Fleet. So then we've got 2 notes on this. Note 1, due to tight operational schedule, no repair or rearmament facilities are expected post-mission. Expend ordnance wisely. And note number 2, neutral traffic present in shipping lanes. Do not sink neutral merchant traffic. NATO remains neutral in this conflict, and Moscow cannot afford a second front at this time. Recommend against firing SN-12 sandbox into dense merchant traffic. Missile complex will distribute salvos against all contacts within 20 nautical miles of the initial point. So basically, we've got the option to attack any hostile merchant traffic. Ideally, we're going to want to attack the fast convoy, which is carrying Tomahawks, which is the only weapon that can really match us in terms of our range. The harpoons have a range of 65 nautical miles. The Tomahawks are around 250. How does the resupply work? So basically, it depends on the campaign. So in some campaigns, you will get a resupply after a mission. In other campaigns, the Molinov campaign, which is a vanilla campaign in which you take on a group in the South Atlantic. In order to resupply, you have to actually meet up with a supply ship, and it's actually one of the missions. I don't know how they're going to work it in this exact campaign, but I'm pretty sure based on the LARP I've seen so far, it probably will be the case that we'll have to meet up with a supply ship. So we're going to have to use all of our munitions wisely. On the task force builder, we are far from port, but we do have the option to bring in an additional ship, which I'm considering doing, if only to act as a screen against enemy torpedoes and missiles. We've only got 4 choices here. We can either bring the Kirvac 1 or 2, which are basically pure anti-submarine frigates, sorry, or we can bring the Kashin destroyer, either the early or the late variant, which is an older 1960s class destroyer, which is not that great. It's got weak anti-air defense. Again, it only carries the SNA-1, but it could be useful for our use. It might be something that we want to bring on. However, again, I don't know. I know roughly how long this campaign is, but I don't know if we're going to have an option to bring in better ships, so whether it's worth saving my points. Very much unsure at this point. I think I'm going to hold off purchasing any more ships at present. None of these have anything that I would really necessarily need, so I'm going to save my points for now. And I'm also now going to organize my task force to run through the Strait. So we're in the same formation as before. The Chernova Ukraina is running next to Minsk, as is the Vladivostok, which is our missile cruiser, and the Forkin taking up the rear. And then in front of us, we've got our modern destroyer, the Admiral Zakharov, which is our submarine screen, and the Regi and the Grozny on the either wings of the Strait. I think we should be okay to transit the Strait in that formation. It looks like we're expecting to have a submarine contact before we transit and after we transit. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to enter the mission and hope that everything is set up properly. I think it should all be set up for us coming into the mission. And then we'll have a good go of it. So we've read the transcript and the briefing already, so we know what we're expecting. We'll just hit play, and we'll get our last. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't even think to look at what time we would be playing at and what the weather would be. So strike force must transit through Kuril Islands. Expect heavy submarine opposition. A target-rich North Pacific awaits. All Japanese and American merchant targets are considered hostile, free to engage, no rearmament afterwards. So we must survive, we must transit, and the sinking of the convoy is optional. So, instant pause just to see what we're working with. It looks like it's going to be pretty tricky to spot these submarines, the reason being that it is raining. And raining and rough sea states do have an effect in this game on how effective your sonar is. So the first thing I want to do is sort of check our keel under keel. Our depth under keel doesn't seem to be too bad. We can open up our environmental factors here. So we can open up our environment. So we've got a layer depth of 290. Oh, so we actually do, to be fair. The ocean noise is 80 decibels, broken cloud cover, rain, and a moderate breeze. And it's night time. What time is it locally here? 6, I think that's 6 AM, maybe? So it might be getting lighter. Yeah, the destroyer is not missile bait. I do not want to have this destroyer lost in this campaign. It's very modern. It has the SA-9s, which is the most modern air defense we've got on our fleet, and it also has 2 hangars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the VDS array, set it for above layer, and again just keep it on passive. And I'm going to launch the anti-submarine helicopter, and I'm also going to launch an early warning helicopter from the Slava and get the early warning indication up, just so we know what's in front of us. We'll keep the rest of the fleet at ECOM right now. Okay, we've got the Vladivostok as our missile cruiser, and our heavy hitter at the back here, the Falcon, again, is our big missile cruiser. Got 8 missiles. So they're not the most modern, but this is going to be a really good asset for us to engage at long range. So what is our course here? Basically right through the Straits. I'm expecting the first submarine to be somewhere in this box here. So I'm just going to put a rough circle for a range. They probably got about a range of 20 nautical miles, but I'll increase it for distance to 30. So basically in that circle is where we could be shot at. And I'm also going to do the same roughly after, around here. So I think these will be the two danger zones for us. And we've got a bit of time before we get there. Our ASW is getting ready to launch. We're gonna launch both of our helicopters today. And once we enter the transit point, we're gonna slow down and hopefully give our sonar an easier time of it. I'm also gonna deploy the. I'm trying to see what would be better to deploy. You guys don't have VDS. Oh, you do have VDS, don't you? Okay, you're gonna deploy below the layer. Yeah, your passive VDS out. Just keep it off active. And you do the same. Here we go. Just to give us a little bit more of an early warning. We'll just dip the VDS arrays in the water. Okay, so our first helicopter is up, and I'm going to get him to head right for our area of operations. I'm going to get him to flick his surface search on, and I'm going to get the second helicopter in the air while he heads off. Our early warning helicopter should also be off the deck now. It is fantastic. And again, I'm going to have him proceed at 6,000 feet. And I'm going to have him turn his surface search on. Now, we need to consider how exactly we're going to raid merchant traffic. I think the best step forward would be to utilize our aircraft. Let's look at our stockpiles of what we've got. So, we have unlimited 23mm ammo, basically, 999. However, we are very much limited when it comes to anti-ship. We've only got 37 loadouts of anti-ship, and also this game does something I don't like actually. It kind of depends what. So if you use 37 of these, it doesn't necessarily mean if these were both Fab 50s or Fab 500 loadouts. If you fire all 37 of these, you're not going to have 31 of these left because it's basically considering how much you've got in storage. If that I've not explained that very well, but that's basically how it works. The AS7, we could use some of those if we wanted to, and we've got a lot of smaller munition bombs. We've got 250s as well, so we do have options here. You were talking about the older destroyer, yeah. I suppose we could have brought it in. We'll leave it. I mean, it is an option if things don't work out in this mission. So basically, the way I'm working this campaign is if I make it through the mission and I lose a ship, then that's just how it is. I lose a ship. If it's to the point where we lose the mission so much that we can't actually continue the campaign, as if like we lose our flagship and the mission fails, then yeah, we will repeat it. But say for example, if I was to lose this destroyer, we can still play the campaign. It would just be a loss. So that's the way I'm going to be working this campaign. Second ASW helicopter's up. Stick your surface search on. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ready up a pair of yaks with... I'm going to see if I can get away with smaller bombs. I don't know if that's... They've got a 200 nautical mile radius, you get 200. I don't know what I could actually get away with. Should we try for the 250s? Because we have got a lot of them. Let's try the 250s. Or no, let's try the 500s. I'm sure we're gonna have rearmaments at some point. We'll prep 2 squadrons to launch, and just in case, we will prep an alert squadron, just in case we need to scramble against any air targets. I can't recall if they said there was any. I think they did say that the airfield wasn't that badly damaged. So hopefully within 5 minutes. We will prep them. We've also got helicopters on the deck in case we encounter any surface ships. We want to rescue survivors. We can do that as well. And again, we are a fair distance out. Where's my MPA helicopter? Here you are. Yeah, we're a fair distance away from this. This is like what? Probably... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm trying to work out how far away we are. We are roughly 100 nautical miles away from the entrance of the first shipping lane. And we are about 200 nautical miles away from the open ocean. So we might not pick anything up on the big bulge right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start time compression. And just let us travel towards the first area. So I'm going to set the second ASW actually to scout a little bit ahead. Or a little bit further behind. They are just peeking out of passive sonar range now. So probably start your search like here, maybe. I'm just going to have you do a quick sweep in this area. Say hello to Lucas. Hello, Lucas. I can certainly oblige that request. And then we will place down some more sensors here. We basically want to make a net that if the submarine attempts to cross, it'll have a rough time of it. So we'll have a set sort of here. And I'm also going to prep a... Should we prep a third helicopter? I don't think that'd be necessary. Unless we want to put down additional sonobuoys. Which we might actually, to be fair. I think we'll hold off on that one for now. It is getting brighter, so it is turning day, which works in our favour, I guess. So Tiger 2 is going to start there with its sweep. And Tiger 1... I'm going to have you start your sweep much further down south. Like, say, here. Again, similar pattern. We're just making little nets that we hope at some point the submarine will have to slip through. Also have to keep wary. I might also put the air search radar on, the Slava. Just in case these submarines have AGM, or harpoon capability, I should say. So I'm going to slip the Slava's air search and surface search on. And that should let us know if anything's coming in at us, or at the fleet. As far as we know, there's no warships out here, just submarines. So unless the submarine's surface with its ESM mast up, or its radar mast up, we should be alright. I think that's going to be a passenger aircraft flying over us there, but we can always radio and ask. Yeah, it is. It's an airliner. Have a look at that. What's that? Air Carrier Networks England. It's a 707, I think. Just casually going on holiday during the Third World War. Easy, easy. Right, he's still going his way. You are about to start laying off your sonobuoys, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Big package in the back there. Actually, do you know what? And I'm gonna set down a second. I'm also gonna edit this formation because I could see my ship in the rear there lagging around a little bit, going from left to right. So I'm just gonna pull him back just a tad, give him some more space, and I'm gonna launch another anti-submarine helicopter from the Minsk. There it is. So a little bit of actually interesting history about the Minsk. So the Minsk, much like her sister ships, the Kiev, were sold to China, who turned them into amusement parks. So from like the early 2000s to 2016, you could go and visit Minsk World. That was the name of the theme park, was Minsk World. And there's like famous pictures I found on Wikipedia when I was researching this earlier today, of like little food carts all along where my cursor is, just all along here selling like, I don't know, just random fast food and stuff, right next to the sandbox launchers. I just thought that was really funny. But yeah, they made it into an amusement park, and then they shut it down. And then there was a fire on board the Minsk not too long ago, and then apparently they want to turn it into an amusement park again if they can get the funding. So a really, really, really strange story there of the Minsk, of what happened to it. But much better at a theme park than in the hands of the Russians, shall we say? But yeah, they made it into a theme park, which again, just bizarre and funny, and just one of the reasons I like reading about historical facts, because you just find little tidbits of information. Okay, so you can get off the deck and go and help your other comrades that are putting down sensor buoys. And now these are not active, these are just passive sonar buoys, which will probably have a harder time of hearing again, just because the sea is a little bit rough. It's raining as well, which is not going to help. So the range of these are not going to be as effective. But we'll have to make do. I'm assuming the submarine's going to start in this area, and it's just going to make a beeline for us. I would imagine. So we'll let that one lay down buoys. You're about to start laying down sonar buoys as well. There you go. So you start to lay down your buoys, and I'm going to have Tiger Free over here start to lay down sonar buoys as well. Again, you can, as I showed yesterday, you can make pre-made sensor patterns by control right-clicking. I just like to put them down myself. Maybe that's weird. I also don't know how spaced out you need them to be. I think you can space them out more than this, but for our purposes, it's fine. I don't mind. Alright, so you've only got a couple left to put in the net. Looks like you put down the last of your sonar buoys. The fleet is now approaching the engagement area. Okay, so you've now put down all your sonar buoys. I'm going to have you do a second set, like maybe here. Maybe I can show off how the... So that, if you right click there, you can see that's how the preset net works. So we'll do a preset net there, why not? And we're going to cancel this last line. We'll just let it put down this last one. And then we're going to have it delete that row. I'm going to have it... I'm actually going to search a little bit further south, just on the off chance that I'm wrong and it's further south. I'm going to have it cover this grid here. Like so. There we go. So that's going to be our second sensor net. And Tiger Free, I'm also going to do a preset net as well, like here. So yeah, the idea of this is we're just trying to create as many opportunities for the helicopter to slip through. Yeah, Dragon, I swear to God, there's so many just interesting stories about old Soviet naval vessels that have either ended up as museums or hotels. The Kiev was a hotel. That's what they turned that one into. So, again, just limitless possibilities for old aircraft carriers. And you'll also be happy to know, actually, that I went to War Thunder last night to actually look at the Forger in War Thunder, just because I've been playing it so much in SeaPower, and I just wanted to have a close-up look at it. And it's just like such a nice little aircraft now that I've taken the time to appreciate it in this game. This campaign also does make you appreciate the Forger more, apparently. So people have been saying. So we'll see if that's true. So I'm going to put down the rest of these sonar buoys, and then after that I'm going to use some dipping sonar lines to have an active listen. Because I don't want to basically be walking into torpedoes. We've got multiple air contacts. Ooh. Okay, so they've all just popped up on radar. Now they're flying in formation, which makes me think they're not airliners, so I'm going to designate them as all hostile. And actually I'm going to scramble the alert fighters as well on the Minsk. Where are you? So launch the alert fighters. And I'm going to ready up 4 additional air-to-air fighters. Just in case. So these have a relatively short range, but they should be enough for our purposes. They are a lot, aren't they? Ooh. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 enemy aircraft. I think that is a thing. Oh, and a large radar echo as well. Let's send out a ping to him, ask him what he is. What are you, sir? He doesn't respond. Interesting. So again, just to show off our range, our aircraft. Where's it? I keep looking here expecting to find the task force, but it's not. It's all the way up here. Our range is not the greatest. Our best hope's going to be with the Slava, with the longest range here. We'll have to wait and see. So we're now going to have to start multitasking, basically. But I can see now the forgers are getting in the air to go and intercept those targets. I hope they are not fighters. But I just want to get them off the deck first and foremost. And I'm going to have them... What altitude are we recording them at? 25,000 feet. I'm going to set up an intercept point here. And I'm going to climb them to 30,000 feet. So, again, we don't know what these are. It could be anything. We're just picking up a radar contact. They're travelling relatively slow, which makes me think they are patrol aircraft, maritime patrol aircraft. I would imagine if it was a fighter jet or if it was an attack aircraft, they would be travelling slightly faster. To give context here, if you look at the... Where's my guys? If you look at these guys, they're travelling... actually, well, they are increasing, but they can travel much faster. They can travel like 500 knots. Right, you are out of passive sonar. Go in the middle here and have a little listen with your dipping sonar, please. You're still laying down. And I'm also going to launch our attack aircraft as well, our anti-ship aircraft, to do some VID checks on the merchant ships that we encounter. So we'll get them taking off as well. Again, we really want to utilise our carrier here. It is possibly our strongest asset, so we don't want to just keep all the aircraft in the hangar bays. We want to have them out doing missions, doing either close air patrol, intercepts, or attacking merchant shipping, which this carrier is uniquely suited for, having the forgers, as opposed to, say, other aircraft carriers, say the American carriers, which I suppose are more for attacking other carrier groups. Okay, they're still on approach. It's fine. You're going to your dipping sonar point. You're putting on your buoys. You're putting down your buoys. Hoping that we start picking up something soon, even if it's just a whale. Like, because it is obviously these sea conditions are not making it easy for us. Again, it's just such a fun game to watch everything happen. If you like naval history and you love that sort of stuff, it's just such a good game. You see the first... Schroeder, thanks very much, my man. That's much appreciated. You have a blessed day now. Tell O'Neill that I love him. maybe don't tell him that. Maybe just actually, nah. You can tell him that. He's my little Twitch soulmate. We're gonna send off these what would you call it? Hey, thanks for the 30 though, man. I appreciate it, really do. It means a lot to a little guy like myself. A little small Ignis man. See you later, man. You have a good day. Okay, so how are we doing for those intercepts? We're doing pretty good. We're starting to pick up more radar traffic as well, which is awesome as well. You're in a good position now to actually drop your dipping sonar. So let's get you doing that. And is Lightning 252 off the deck? He is, right. You two can immediately start heading to these radar contacts. Start doing some investigative work. So I'm going to try and target these two first because they're the closest. And I'm also... How fast are we going? We're going at standard. I don't think we have to slow down yet. Let's activate our sonar. If I can activate it. There we go. So active sonar contacts now on. Alright, we're still not picking up any subsurface contacts. It is kind of concerning. He's gonna be somewhere in this circle, I'd imagine. They're still closing in. I think we're gonna have the range to intercept them though, which is good. So little favors. I'm also going to scramble the second set of strike fighters because I know we're going to be coming into contact more. So we'll launch the second set of alert fighters. You're not picking up anything on sonar. Let's try above the layer. See if you've got anything above the layer. And see if we can pick up any contacts at all. Doesn't look like there's anything here. That is a problem. We're definitely picking up noise far out. What are you being detected by? Nothing. Cool. Okay, I think 5. You guys are on the way. It's a beautiful morning in the Pacific. About to become a lot worse. You've finished your first search pattern, haven't you? Okay. Right. You go here then. And start your dipping sonar. You're about to finish yours. There's obviously nothing there. Let's move further north, just in case it's closer than we think. Lednik 1's now in proper formation. At 30,000 feet, which is great. Again, I wish I knew what these were. Nothing good, I know that much. We're going to do some more contacting. Refuses to comply. Does not respond. This might be actually, this could be the fast convoy. So it actually might be protected as well. We need to consider that as a possibility. But I'm going to keep moving our big bulge radar helicopter forward to investigate for us. And Lednik 5, you're going to be doing a VID check on track 7011. Actually, cancel that. Cancel that. Stay at 10,000 feet. I don't want you using up fuel more than you have to. And it might actually be better to have you guys climb to 20,000 feet for now, just to maintain the fuel consumption. Right, these guys are still coming pretty close. Lednik 7 is off the deck as well. Perfect. Tiger 2's moving. Tiger 1's moving. Okay, everything's going... I was going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to jinx myself like that. I know better. Lednik 7, you're going to be activating or working as individuals, and I'm just going to have you run right down the center here. 20,000 feet. So we've got a lot more assets to keep track of now than we did before, because we've got 5 different flights of aircraft now, 3 helicopters which are searching, and a full strike group to keep an eye out for. Our anti-submarine destroyer is obviously still leading the pack. And I might actually even extend his range by like another mile or so. That might be appropriate. If nothing comes up in a couple minutes, we might switch to doing that. But yeah, you are right, it is peak. I'm just really hoping something comes on soon. These little passive buoys are only good for another like 30 minutes. I'm gonna prep another helicopter to take off of Minsk, because the other ones are gonna have to head back soon. So I'm now bringing up Tiger 4 to the launch deck. We have got to find this Japanese submarine. Although the fact that it's not fired harpoons at us makes me think it's an older model, which is sort of reassuring. Again, it could be like a mass delusion. I am just deluding myself into thinking that. But maybe not. Did I try and contact this airliner and ask who he is? No, he doesn't comply. I'm always wary of something's like an AWACS or something. Because then having my radar off would be kind of pointless in that case. I'm going to have him depth search there. And I'm going to bring you much closer to the strike group and drop your sonar. Okay, you've also finished your first sweep and have found nothing. Let's bring you over this way to drop your next pattern. This is very much more slow and methodical than the last mission. But I like how there's different types of missions in this campaign. It's a nice variation. You had the first mission, which was the setup, giving you like the backstory. We had to bring the formation together, and then you've had the second one where you had to run the Straits. I don't know if I like the 2 Strait missions in a row. I think maybe there could have been something like between in this area here, maybe dealing with a surface group or something as a response. I don't know. I'm just yeah. Maybe that's just me complaining about something that doesn't need to be complained about. Okay, we're picking up a lot of radar contacts now. We've got 4 radar contacts. Or 3 rather, and 1 noisy. Right, Tiger 1, you can now drop your dipping sonar. Let's start above the layer. Open up your little door. And let's get scanning, or observing, or listening, or whatever the right terminology is. Activate. Alright, let's have a listen under the sea. Above the layer. And we're going to do the same with Tiger 2 right here as well. Tiger 4 is off the deck, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so bring Tiger 4 forward. Surface search on. Lightning 1's closing in to intercept those fighters. Okay, nothing picking up. Let's go below the layer. Have a listen. Don't seem to be getting any contacts there either. Okay. Let's deploy your sonar. And activate it. We just hope nothing's too close to the strike group. I keep saying convoy, but you know what I mean. Lednik 5 is moving in on that traffic as well, which is good. And there doesn't seem to be any other air contacts either, so we're only having to deal with this wave. Okay, let's move you below the layer. Another radar contact there. Looks like they are moving in. It does appear to be some sort of convoy going on here, but it might just be because it's a traffic lane. Guess we'll find out. Okay, they're moving really close to intercept. So, what I've found with the Forgers is that you're much better engaging head-on with guns than with missiles. So I'm gonna have Lednik 3 and 4 take these guys with guns, and then loop them around. We've both got different targets. And then I'm gonna have them loop around and hit the other 2 with the missiles. So they should now accelerate to attack speed, and their 2 are going to break off, engage their targets. These 2 will keep the course while we close in. Where is Tiger 3? There you are. I want you to set your next pattern here. And actually, I'm going to have them stop there as well and do some sonar testing. Okay, nothing here. I'm going to switch to this part. Do some more sonar dipping. You're obviously not finding anything, so you're going to have to go further afield. I'm scared because it's like it's just I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be sitting here going, oh, we're gonna sweep here, and then like 2 seconds later, I'm just gonna see torpedo in the water. It's like the submarines are slippy in this one. The Sturgeon, the American submarine, oh, it's stealthy. You can have active sonar, you can have everything, you can have buoys like covering the entirety of the ocean. Doesn't matter. Literally does not matter. It'll somehow still evade them all and fire off torpedoes at you before you can even say torpedoes in the water. You're pulling up your... You are pulling up your buoy, right? I don't have to do that manually. Yeah, you are. Awesome. So they'll do that, then move off. Tiger 3 will do that and move off. Nope, I didn't mean to reset you there. Go over there. Atlantic 5, you guys are doing the VI check on the first one. Yeah, you are. Perfect. Right, intercepts are coming up now. Who's going to get to who first? We've not got a lot of fuel here, so these intercepts are going to have to sort of go flawlessly. We're about to find out what type of aircraft these are. I think these ones will hit first. What's your cannon range? Oh yeah, these ones are going to hit first. Right, let's have a look at this intercept, see how we do. See if we get 2 good kills here. Okay. Yeah, 2 good kills. What were they? Oh, they were maritime patrol aircraft. Perfect, right. I don't think these guys are going to have the range to intercept, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try anyway. Have you engage 7004 and have you engage 7005. That's 2 down. And here come 1 and 3. Try and pull off the same feat. There they are. Pulling in behind them there. Come on. Good guns kill. We can actually look at them now and see what they're carrying. That might be a good idea. They're carrying missiles. Okay, well please shoot them down. With dispatch, please. There you go, there's 1. There's 2. Okay, so you guys, I don't know if will you have the range? If I bring you and bank you off to the side here, I don't think you guys are going to have the range, unfortunately. That is unfortunate. It might be the case that we have to launch another set of alert fighters to engage these aircraft. We've got EM emissions here as well. This appears to be helicopters. Okay, well, what we'll do then is we will launch alert fighters. 4 new alert fighters get on the deck. And we're pushing 1 and 3 as far south as they'll go. I don't even know if we can reduce them to loiter speed. No, it doesn't really change anything. They're still not going to have the range. Well, 3 and 4 can take out these guys then at least. So, you engage number 4. You engage 5 if you have the range too. Would you have the range to engage here? I'm assuming the answer is no. Yeah, no, you're not going to have the range. Okay. That's fine. Let you go out this way. Yeah, so they are ASW helicopters, so we've obviously got some enemy vessels in the vicinity at the very least. It's good to know though. And we'll clean up the rest of these patrol aircraft. I'm gonna mark you as an airliner just so I'm not getting confused. You're moving. I'm gonna have you set up a net like here, just in front of us as we sail over it. Tiger 3, you can go there. Tiger 1 can go there. I think 1-3's moving in now on his target. I'm actually going to fire off just some missiles here. I think it'll just make more sense. And 1 at the second target. There you go, 2 missiles away. Not even bothering with the flares, going right for the target. Splash, splash. Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna have Atlantic 3 join back with its formation. And I'm going to have this whole formation just return to base. Because you guys are out of ammo and out of time, unfortunately. Alright, Tiger 2 starting. First thing I'm going to have is the... I don't know if they're going to get there in time is my only problem before they launch, so I might just send them straight for the helicopters. Lennox 5's closing into VID check. Lennox 7, you are also going for VID checks. Although I am concerned now that I know there's hostile warships, so that is concerning. I'm going to slow the task force now to 2/3 ahead 2/3. Lennox 9's in the air. Yeah, I'm just going to have them go straight for the patrol aircraft. They're the most dangerous. So you guys head up that way. And we'll ready another set of fighters. Air-to-air fighters. Okay. Tiger 2, let's have you stop here. And he can do a sonar sweep here. They've started to put down his... Oh, visual. What is that? Is that a whale? Ah, it's probably a whale, isn't it? Can we see it? Yeah. We got tricked. We got tricked by the whale. Unbelievable. Me thinking I had it. The whale fake out is just the worst thing, by the way. Like I can see why we kill whales now, honestly. I can see why there's a big thing about hunting whales. They're very annoying. Messing my sonar up. I do have to wonder how many whales have been taken out in whale-related torpedo injuries or torpedo-related incidents. I would be curious to see the stats on that one. We have got another passive contact though. This might be our guy. Let's forgo with the buoys right now. I just want to check. He's not looking towards us, so this is probably another whale. He doesn't have. Doesn't look like he has an electrical frequency either. We're going to have to multitask here. I'm also going to have Lennox 5 do its VID. Where are you, Lennox 5? Okay. Start your VID dive. Lennox 7, Lennox 9. Okay. Dip your sonar in there. Have a look. Same with you, Tiger 2. You can do the same, just in case it's not who we're looking for. He is at 396. He is below the thermal layer. So, right down there. Let's have a little listen for him. $11 knots. 11 knots, 11 decibels. I think this might be a whale. Could be wrong. But I think we're listening to a whale. 11 decibels. No immediate reaction to the sonar pings. Active return small. This is most definitely a whale. I don't think Japan have any submarines that have that sort of small visual size. So yeah, we are most likely dealing with a whale there. That's a false positive. Let's activate your sonar, see if we've got anything in this area. And Lennox 5's now coming in for a VID check. We've got a visual on the target. What have we got? It's a... Come on, don't leave me waiting. Oh, it's an enemy merchant ship. Okay. It's a American flagged merchant ship. Now, I'm unsure about these merchant ships if they're armed. I doubt they would be, because they are just merchant ships. So that is a positive identification. The Sea Lift China Sea. Yeah, it doesn't look like they have any weapons. Yeah. So what we'll do is we will have the wingman, 5-2, engage that merchant ship. It's popping up. And we will destroy this oil tanker, looks like. He's diving in for the attack. I think 2 500s would probably be enough. Bombs away. A lag bomb. Scandalous. Alright, you're abandoning ship. Lednik 5, VID the others. Let's see who else we got out here. That's one merchant ship sunk. And I just want confirmation that you are a whale, sir. I think you are. But I'm going to destroy these other merchant ships first, if they're enemies, and then I will turn my attention to you. That's 1 kill on the board for the fleet today. And it's a ship that couldn't even shoot back. So, you know. Swings and roundabouts. Right. You're moving in for 7015. A very large and a large. So one of these is probably going to be another oil tanker carrier, and very large, I guess it could be a container ship, a car carrier, something like that. Or even a passenger liner. I've not seen a passenger liner yet, so that would be interesting. Okay, we've got visual confirmation, and visually large. Our pilot's looking for his goggles, trying to make it out. Let's see, it's a friendly merchant ship. Okay. It's a British flagged merchant ship. You are good, sir. You can continue on your way. Thank you for not talking to us. It's okay, though. You're not responding, so we're going to B-neck towards you. Okay, yeah, these were whales. Okay, that's fine. You can continue then over here. Just switch your track over here. You're not having any luck. Deploy and activate as well, please. Okay, Lednik 5, any luck with this merchant ship? It is very large. And we got an enemy here, or have we got another neutral? It's another enemy merchant. It's another oil tank. It's a Japanese oil tanker. That's a big one. Ooh. Okay. You can destroy and sink. Prosecute that oil tanker. Popping up. Where's our other flight? Closing in as well over there. Yeah, this is just modern commerce raiding. Remember when you used to be in the Atlantic with wolf packs and U-boats? Nah, you just get little Russian VTOL planes and just drop 500 kilogram bombs on them. There we go. Whoa. I feel like it kind of tanked that. Yeah, it's still floating. That just tanked that. Oh, that might need a follow-up. We'll let Lednik 7 do some investigating of its own first. Still no luck with the dipping sonar. I'm going to move you back to the middle now. Tiger 1, you are also having no luck. This is, I'm actually getting really frustrated that we still haven't found our submarine that we're looking for. Yeah, we've got the other merchant ship, the Japanese ship, is fighting fires, but still seems to be afloat. The American one, though, is definitely sinking. Yeah. Okay, Lednik 7 then. In the meantime, if you can... I want you to join back up formations, gotta keep things tidy. Lednik 7, if you can VID the traffic. And Lednik 9 is going to engage with guns the Marine Patrol aircraft. 1 and 2. Okay, we also want to... These are American anti-submarine helicopters. We really want to keep a lookout. These are... Oh, they're near the coast, actually, so not a big deal for us right now, by the looks of it. If you're wondering why the map keeps changing, you've acquired food. What food have you acquired? Inform me of your food. What have you got? May you might be able to share with me virtually. Give me a taste. We will try contacting these guys first. I don't think either of them are going to respond. It refuses to comply, so they're going to get a visual check. Fine by me. This is only the first submarine, by the way. We've still got another submarine to investigate here. Landing 9's going in for the kill here. Perfect. Alright. I'm gonna have you guys return to station over the task force. As the air threat mostly dealt with, part of the helicopters. Lightning 7's now prosecuting an unknown merchant ship. What do we got here? It's always very, very tense moment. I'm gonna say this is gonna be an enemy. What do we think? Friendly or foe? It's an enemy. Okay, perfect. It's a American. What's it called? The Austral Endurance. Let's see if it can endure two 500-kilogram bombs through the deck. Place your bets now. Somehow I think not, but maybe I'm wrong. Bombs away. What do you know? Couldn't endure. Unbelievable. No one would have seen that one coming. We really need to, once we've sorted out the submarine threat, we'll need to remember where we sunk these ships and get rescue crews out to rescue the survivors. Although there are friendly merchant ships in the area, you'd think that would be what they'd be doing. There's EM emissions there. That could be a warship that we're picking up. Travelling at 25 knots. So that we might want to keep an eye on that. How are we doing in the helicopter realm? Oh yeah, we need to... Have we picked our sonar up? Oh, we have. Get a move on. Move our sonar buoys a little bit closer now. Right, Lennick 1 flight's returning to the carrier. Tiger 1 and 2... Oh, Tiger 4 actually has done its first sweep, which is perfect. We're going to start lagging out the amount of sonar buoys I'm putting down. I'm gonna go off to this side. We've not got anything covering over here. I'm gonna launch another... I'm gonna actually return Tiger 2 after this one and rearm it with more sonobuoys. How's the Japanese carrier doing? Japanese actually, he's doing fine, man. He's still moving under his own power. He is gonna need a follow-up hit. Right. Lennick 7-1, you can investigate this ship here. See who we're dealing with here. Yeah, the Austral Endurance, man. Unfortunate. But 2 wooden lifeboats, you should be fine. Lennick 1's descending over the... Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? Coming right over the top of the carrier group now. There's the flagship. Look at that. Perfect. Right, I'm now starting to get a bit wary, so I'm going to edit the formation. And I'm going to have the Zarov move up ahead of the fleet. So I'm going to increase her speed. She might have to bring back in her VDS while she does this, but she's going to move ahead of the fleet. And start searching. They're on position, which is great. Lennick 7's engaging, Lennick 9. Okay, so everything's going okay-ish. Nothing consequential has happened yet. Right. Let's do one more sonar sweep with 2. I mean, America's already not happy with me. I think these are the first American vessels I've actually attacked in this campaign. The rest have all been Japanese. Okay. Anything from these? Nothing. Okay, let's go below the layer. Same with Tiger 1, we'll he's still been hanging this whole time. Okay, let's move up north and ping again. Oh, he's actually about to see what's in front of us here. What do we got? Friend or foe? Could be another, just more oil, maybe. It's a friend. Okay. You're safe. I see that fast convoy though. And there's a... I can't even communicate with them. Right, well in that case then we will fly south. Oh, we're actually out of fuel. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Unless we climb up to like 20,000 feet, maybe we can make it. Yeah, somehow I doubt it. Okay, we might just have to RTB. I keep seeing this helicopter and it keeps making me think it's what do you call it? It's a torpedo. Keeps freaking me out. Right. He's actually still got his VDS extended. That's pretty cool. Okay. So we need to, once we get inside, we might actually activate the VDS array. That is if we're not able to find it in this a couple more minutes. Okay. You're going north. You're about to start putting down your sonobuoys. Where is Tiger 4? Oh yeah, you're going off to do this side. You're about to overlap with this guy, so maybe let's have you put them down here. I just don't want us getting like flanked. I don't want the AI thinking it's being clever and going around the side. Okay. But yeah, I'm pulling ahead with the Oodley. Is it Oodley or I'll need to look up the pronunciation. I cannot tell, but he's got his VDS array towed behind him, and I'm actually going to put it below the layer because I've got a feeling that's where he's going to fire from. Is below the layer. Above the layer we should be able to detect anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. Tiger 2's detecting nothing, so I'm going to recall him to base. Return to base and get some more sonobuoys. Tiger 1, I'll allow one more sweep and then I'm going to order them to do the same. Yeah, you're definitely not going to have the range to make it over there. Yeah, hopefully we can get some more information on the fast convoy coming through here as well. Okay, Tiger 3 and 4 started putting down their sonobuoys, very good. Oh, hostile missiles. Oh, UGC. Okay, right. Let's pause for a second. So that's where he's been this whole time, right. In that case, make a break for it. Tiger 2, you can come over here as well, actually. We're going to light up our fleet like a Christmas light. Air search and surface search can come on. The whole fleet should now get its radars on. Okay. Light yourselves up like a Christmas tree. Get ready to engage those harpoons. But they came from like here. So that's where our enemy's gonna be. He's given himself away by doing that. Right. Lednik 9, the chances of intercept are very low, so I don't think there's any point in moving them over. I think the first intercept will probably come from the Slava. I may be wrong on that though. It might actually be from the... Actually, it's probably going to be from our destroyer. It's going to be our picket ship for the task force. Okay. So it came from... These all look to be like... I don't know, these look like they're coming from two different tracks. It's kind of unclear if they're coming from two different tracks or if they're coming from the same track. And this helicopter, where is he flying from? Okay, there's a lot of unknowns here, but the first... He's fired how many harpoons is that? That's 4 harpoons. That might be all of his harpoons. He may have 2 more. But we're going to prep our... It's a VLS system, so it needs no real prep time. Okay, he's Yeah, he's hit the deck. They're all hitting the deck, really. Kind of scary. Yeah, we're losing them. I think it might have actually been our, I think it might, I don't know if it was our, it might have actually been our helicopter that picked them up. I wonder if that's why we got a launch detection. It might have been the helicopter that picked them up. But I'm hoping having our, we've got all our radars on, so we should detect them pretty soon. We could turn. I don't know if there's going to be enough time to turn the whole task force around. Generally, if we turn, we expose the sides, we get a better chance of firing. Let's get the task force to pull out hard to starboard. Bring us up to a head standard. Get those big rudders moving. Whip us around to the side. Tiger 1, what's your ETA down there? It was roughly firing from there. At least I think he roughly fired from there. Oh, there they are. They've popped back up. Closing in now. How are we on range? Okay, it should be... Yeah, I'm probably going to have the take control of Zakharov for these engagements. I think that's who they're targeting. Oh, actually it's the Minsk. My bad. It's the Minsk that's taking the first shots. Okay, Minsk is taking its go. I think we're still gonna... The Minsk has not had a successful interception history, so we might just double shoot at these anyway. Let's see, when will you guys be in range? You're just coming into range now. Let's give the Minsk a chance, shall we? Because they're not in our range anyway. The Vladivostok's and that's firing as well. Okay, you're just coming into range any second now. There you go. You're now firing as well. That might have been... That's a false intercept. We've got the Thunderbird here. Historically not great at intercepting these missiles either. Yep, just completely missed. Oh, that is a lot of SA-6s. Going out. Do you have any chance? You're not intercepting. You've intercepted one. You're all false. You're all duds. Dud, dud, dud. It's a lot of missiles we're using. Okay, we've still got two harpoons left, one harpoon left. Okay, so again, I think our breadwinner, most definitely the Zakharov. And again, as the enemy has so foolishly revealed himself, it's now my pleasure to prosecute him for his crimes. Okay, let's drop the... He had to have been above the layer to fire those harpoons, so unless he's dipped right back below it. There he is. Active return. He's at 30 feet. Now, are we in range to fire? We're not, so we're going to try and get him with a traditional torpedo. He is definitely an enemy. He's just out of range. I'm going to have you bring up and engage him with a torpedo and then put your... He might have extra harpoons left. He may have 2 harpoons left, so I'm going to do this quickly. I'm not even going to wait for the other submarine to maintain a sonar lock while I do this. I'm just going to order him to engage straight away. Okay. Get a move on. Send him a lovely little present. So this should be submarine 1 of 2s. An extra submarine after this. go. Doors open, and torpedo away. Now. Some point. There he goes. Right. Now, right after that. No, 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 no. You're not returning nowhere, buddy. Put your dipping sonar down in that water. And activate. Give us an active return. I think he's got a, I don't know if he's got a lock or not, that was the only thing. Oh, he's deployed noisemakers. He's giving himself away there. Our other helicopter is on the way. Hopefully he's not needed, hopefully he's going for the noisemaker, I think. Got another noise moving in on us. I think that might be a whale. But we don't really need these sonar buoys anymore, so let's have you head up that track, just in case. And Tiger number 3, you can return to base actually. Refuel, rearm, whatever. Yeah, this torpedo's going right for this noisemaker. Is that a towed array? What are we hunting here? I'm not sure what submarine this actually is. He's gone below the layer now. This is all very exciting. I think this torpedo's got a good lock on him again. He's dropped another noisemaker. He's definitely below the layer. I'm going to adjust our sonar to match. He's diving down for the target. Doesn't look like he's paying the noisemaker much attention. Let's hope he just goes for it. Another active return. Is he going to whiz right past the noisemaker? He is. Oh, but he's dropped another noisemaker. He just keeps dropping noisemakers. I think we're going to catch up with him though. You can see that's where his propeller should start. Has he juked us? He might have juked us. No. Oh, we got him. It was a patrol sub. Oh, the Ushio. This is the one we were talking about yesterday. Yeah. So this is a late 1988 version, which has the tow array. That would probably be how he could hear us. Very interesting. Okay, so that's one submarine down. Let's then get all of our helicopters back to base. And should we delete some of these sonar buoys because they might be causing us a bit of lag. So let's clear them up. Don't think we have to worry about subsurface contacts now until after we transit through the Strait. So we'll clear some of these up. And clear up these as well. Go. This is the tedious part. There should be an easy way to do this. I think if there was a command linked to the helicopter that deployed them, destroy all passive buoys or something to that effect. Don't even know if this is what causes the lag, I just know that sometimes these missions can get pretty laggy. Okay. Oh, this is quite a dense patch as well, we'll get rid of all these. Self-destruct them. Okay, I think I've deserved a little celebratory mint after that one. I'll just pop that in. And celebration. Okay, so our next submarine should be somewhere around here. I think. Should be somewhere in there. And there should be the fast convoy up here as well. Right, everyone's heading back, which is good. You, my friend, are, I think, just a whale. Yeah, no electric frequency. Let's bring the fleet up to standard speed, ahead standard, and pull in our screen a little bit more. Like so. We'll just have you come to a stop. And we're going to bring the fleet back under Econ, except for Slava. Okay, so you keep your radars on. Why are you not putting your surface search on? Oh, you do have it on. Might be a bug. There you go, yeah. You have your surface search on. Fantastic. Okay, it's the Minsk is now retrieving the Strike Force aircraft. And it'll rearm and refuel. Perfect. That's sailing away from us. 4 knots. Changing varying depth. That's definitely a whale. Tiger 4, you can come back and rebase. That's definitely a neutral color target. And I'll get these buoys away as well. So we're doing a bit of house cleaning after engaging that first contact. And we can now sort of move through this area. We'll delete this circle as well. We have to get rid of the buoy in the way, maybe. No, how do I get rid of this? I guess I can't. I guess I'll just make it a really small circle. Alright, let's put it off to the side there. So yeah, so we've destroyed, what was that, 8 aircraft, 2 merchant ships, hit another, and taken out 1 submarine so far. So overall, looking good for us. We've still got more to do though, so we'll reconstitute the task force here in all its glory at standard speed. And the helicopters are coming back. There they are, you can see them flying back to the carrier. And we'll move our task force now through the Strait and he's heading basically right for the open ocean there. I'm gonna prep another thing. See you, Dragon, thanks for stopping by, mate, appreciate it. We've got to prep the next set of strike packages for that tanker, which we'll do now. So that's a anti-ship. Take 2 more fighters and ready them up. The rest are being serviced. Where's the helicopters at? There they are. Okie dokie. Get rid of some of these as well. Trying to do a bit of cleaning, really. Okay, and our MPA helicopter's still out here with its radar on. I'm going to get it to move a little bit closer now as well, see if we can pick up any more information for us. But other than that, we're in a good state. I'll time compress it a little bit. No, not really picking up any useful information. Oh, we're starting to pick up some radar contacts now, actually. And there's the convoy. I'll do a little request for contact, but I don't think they're going to respond. Oh, that one responded. That's a neutral vessel right there. Okay, so we can take that one off our kill list. How's our strike force doing? Our anti-ship fighters are ready to launch, so we'll get them in the air. I think this may be waiting for the helicopters to come land. Oh, no, they're waiting for... What is this? Well, Lennox 7, yes, you were the previous strike aircraft. Come on in! You can park. It's 1 strike fighter. It's 2 strike fighters. Okay, so Lennox 1, this is our new strike fighter pack. You're going to head and sink the tanker. Have fun. And we're also going to have, our next air alert fighters ready to launch. I don't think we need to launch them right now. Again, keep in mind they don't have that much fuel, so we don't want to just launch them for the sake of launching them. I've got the last couple of helicopters as well back to the Zakharov. Tiger 1 and 2 are coming in for landing, and it might also be worth going to rescue the survivors. But what we'll probably do is we'll wait until we're actually transiting through the Strait, and then we'll pick up survivors. Okay, 90 miles out from now. Let's move a little bit further forward. And I'm also going to get another early warning helicopter up. Now, we've launched the Slavas. I think Slava only has room for 1. There is another ship in our fleet which I believe has the Slava, the Vladivostok. Yeah, that's okay. So we have Vladivostok to launch her early warning helicopter, and we'll have it fly out to replace the Slavas. It's going to run out of fuel soon, we don't want to then have that gap where we don't have any cover whatsoever. So Vladivostok's going to take care of this. We're also going to do a quick munitions check. How we're looking at Zakharov. We've only got 53 gauntlets left. Not ideal, knowing that we're not going to resupply to the next mission either, but it is what it is. Some more return to base orders coming in there, that's fine. I think this is the warship we're picking up again. That's fine, yeah, we're just picking up loads of aircraft now. Vladivostok to launch its early warning helicopter. You see it on the deck of the Vladivostok, there it goes. The Vitiaz 2, butchering that pronunciation, that's okay. Okay, and we'll just speed things up. Pop your surface search radar 1 and you can head out to replace number 1. Okay, so this looks like the convoy we're going to be dealing with. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to tell at the moment if one of these is armed. Steam. Okay. So this looks like... Okay, so this is going to be one of the escorts then. So this could be the Luching class destroyer. Chance harpoons, which isn't very likely. It could be the Haruna class destroyer. Well, it was a USN convoy, so I'm assuming it's going to be an American escort. So we're either looking at an Adams class or a Klutz class destroyer. Okay. So we know at least one of these is a hostile warship. These might be the merchants, I'm assuming. I'm assuming these are the merchant convoys. Very large, okay. And this one at the front of the convoy, you might also be a warship. I have a feeling. Might be wrong about that though. So, best way to deal with this, I think, is an anti-ship missile attack. And I think, at the moment, the Vladivostok is probably the preferable ship to do that with. So the question is, how many missiles do we fire, knowing that we're not getting resupplied? The real issue is, you fire too little, you're not only wasting missiles, but they're ineffective against your target. If you send too many missiles, you're basically wasting missiles. The rule that I always sort of go with is you're dealing with missiles, so you always fire more than one, unless it's like something weak with no defenses. This, by the looks of it, does have some defenses. If it's a single ship though, then 2 missiles could do it. I'm just concerned that if any of these ships have... If there's more than one warship, and I'm also concerned that this merchant ship's kind of in the way. Which is not great, because our missiles could potentially lock onto you by mistake. Aircraft aren't really an option here either, unfortunately, because the destroyer or whatever this is going to be armed with surface-to-air missiles, so again, not a great option. Let's see what the range is on the Vladivostok. What are we looking at? Oh yeah, we're perfectly in range to fire at it. And we'd sort of fly along this trajectory and then impact the target. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fire two Sepal anti-ship missiles, and we'll see how they go. If it doesn't work, then we've just wasted 2 missiles. That could be a problem. Okay, so we'll salvo 2 missiles at the target. You can see they raise up. Really cool animation here. Hatch is opening. The first missile's away. Second hatch opening. And there's a fire rate delay, so they don't arrive at the same time. And there goes the second missile. And now the launchers will start to pull down into their original position as well. So we just launched 2 of our missiles, so hopefully they're now going to begin a long flight. They travel pretty quickly in their launch phase, just under 1,000 knots. They cruise these missiles at around 13,000 feet. They then enter a descent phase where they will drop down to around 1,300 feet, and then when they're closer to the target, they'll enter their terminal phase. These are very annoying and they're finicky because they tend to get intercepted when you launch them against. Even just 2 frigates could destroy like 4 of these in one go, no issues, because they often intercept them at 13,000 feet. So it's not ideal, but what can you do, right? Leadnik 1's still en route as well to sink the merchant ship, which seems to put its fires out actually. Not to worry, we will start them again pretty soon. The strike forces recovered all its aircraft, and I think right now they're just servicing the forgers. So we're really now just waiting on the missiles to travel their way. They've settled into their cruise pattern now, so you see now they're at 13,000 feet, travelling again at about 1,000 knots, just about shy of 1,000 knots. These missiles are big missiles. These missiles can one-shot a frigate. They're very powerful missiles. Leadnik 1's also on approach. How far have you got to run? You're 40 miles away. Such a cool shot as well. The forgers. I've enjoyed using the Soviet ships, but I am looking forward to a properly modded USM campaign. I think that'll be very fun. I also just want to make sure, one thing I didn't really consider, I probably should have, was any terrain masking. Or any terrain, but I suppose it doesn't matter because these things are flying at 13,000 feet, but if you're firing harpoons will just go right into the side of these, the terrain there. So would the ACM Tomahawks as well, it's just the land-based Tomahawks that follow the terrain. Okay, have you got any more of an idea of what you are? No. Okay. At the risk of getting shot down, I'm going to move this helicopter slightly closer to see if I'll be blessed with knowledge. And just time compress a tad. I think Leadnik 1's going to arrive first though. So I'm going to set up Leadnik 1 for its attack run. Actually, I'm going to bring you guys down to altitude first to do this. Descending now to 3,000 feet. Still no more information on what this is. It could be it could be the Manhunt as well, that is true. I don't think it is though. I've got a feeling this is going to be an older type ship. But again, it is transporting a lot of valuable materials, so maybe knows. Okay, so there you can see the anti-ship missile are now going into their descent phase. So they've slowed down now for the final approach. They've slowed to 780 knots, and they're now at around 1,000 feet. They'll probably, I think it's about 1,200 feet, 1,300 feet they level at for the descent part. So they're now in approach mode. And then when they get even closer to the target, they'll go into their terminal guide phase. Terminal guide, they'll pretty much go sea level, and then try and ram right into the side of the ship. Radar showing still good. Leadnik 1, you're also descending. There's going to be pretty much simultaneous attack. There's a tanker. Leadnik 1's going to take the lead. It's a mid-level Ingress as well. There we go. Okay, missiles still in. We've got an ARS Echo. The active radar seekers picked up the ship. Now 30 miles out from target. The fact that they've not been intercepted on their high climb phase is good. The issue I was having with another campaign is that it was going up against like 2 frigates and they were getting intercepted in their high fly phase, which was very frustrating actually. Okay, Leadnik 1's bombed away. I don't think that was actually the best idea. I think he should have gone in and dived on it. So the low level Ingress if they don't hit. But they did! And that is another merchant ship confined to the dirty depths of the Pacific. Now we can focus pretty much exclusively on our anti-ship missiles. 25 miles away now. Getting 780 knots here. And let's make sure that both have picked up. Yeah, sensor active radar seeker. It doesn't, I don't even know if they've got their radar on. It Doesn't look like they've got their radar on. They might not detect these until the last minute, because our sensor's not picking up anything, not even a surface search. Okay, it looks like they've now entered their terminal guidance phase. They're now at 70, 60, 50 feet. And you can see here, I think they might have tried to fire... Oh, yep. I was going to say, I think they might have tried to fire one. That came from that direction, though. I think we might have another enemy ship. I think it's this one. I think this could be another destroyer or frigate or some such. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to do this with one missile. I really hope this one gets through, because I'm going to be really annoyed if we wasted 2 missiles for nothing. Now only 12 miles out. Still a ways to go, unfortunately. You can see that the ship launched its own missiles. You can see the trail there. That's missed. It's good for us. 10 miles. Still at just 165 feet. 780 knots. Oh! Now that's really frustrating. Just even before the sort of flak range as well. Okay, so what we might have to do now is we might have to fire a volley of 4. So 2 from the Vladivostok and another 2 from our reserve ship, which is the Falcon. So what I'm going to do first and foremost, I'm going to swing the Falcon to starboard, bring it up to a head standard. The enemy missile came from this one, so I believe this is the other... Oh no, I don't need you to do that, buddy. Don't need you to do that. You just head to the waypoint. I believe this is the other enemy destroyer, frigate, what have you. Probably frigate. So the Falcon's a first generation Soviet missile cruiser. Has 8 sepals, which are in these sort of hot dog tubes here. So I'm going to fire 2 from the tubes and another 2 from the Vladivostok. So that'll have emptied the Vladivostok of its anti-ship missiles, which is kind of risky because we don't have any more for the Vladivostok at the moment. We do have a resupply of the Falcon, if I can just show you here. The Falcon has these big payload doors which rearm at sea, so we don't have to wait for a merchant ship or a supply ship to come. We've got 16 missiles in total on board, which makes it great for commerce raiding. Or attacking surface groups like we're about to do. So we've swung the Falcon out. My main concern obviously is going to be I don't want to hit the merchant ship. It's going to be quite a precarious journey. I'm just going to hope I can slip right behind. So I'm going to salvo 2 missiles for that track. There we go, swinging out. It's getting into its firing arc now, and then it'll open its doors. Takes a little while for the ship, so I swung out in advance. There we go, so its doors are opening, and at the same time, I'm going to get the Vladivostok to fire the last 2 of its missiles at its original target. There goes the first missile. See the boosters coming off there as well. There's the second missile there as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swing the Admiral Falcon back into its position. So return to formation. And that'll put its tubes back into its normal position. We've fired now 4 missiles. You can see that's now it's on its way. How's our other search helicopters going? Good. Still not got a lot of information on what this is though. We will ramp up the time acceleration though, let these missiles travel. And again, here's hoping that the 2 are enough. Or the 4 are enough, I should say. And they're down in their descent phase. Now I'm also worried about this helicopter. I don't know how close this is to us, but we've got the air surge going. So it's hopefully not too much of a risk. Okay, this is going to be a concern though. I really don't want this merchant ship in the way as it is. That's just not worked out for us in the slightest. And he's running his surface search radar. We could lose some points here. And we might, to be honest, I don't know if this is going to be a fail. If this is a fail, then it's not going to be good for us. I'm hoping at the worst we just lose points. But we'll have to wait and see. We are getting an Rs lock, but... Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so, yeah. I think it'll be at sea skimming phase by the time we pass over that merchant ship. That's what I'm afraid of. So, if you could please get out of the way, maybe? such an awkward position to be in. Why have you got to be right there? It's like there. If anything, I'm just trying to think of how the Soviets are going to justify this one, because I know it's probably going to happen. So we're just going to have to say, you know, the Americans were using neutral merchant ships as human shields. Barbaric practice, to be honest. Although it looks like they might actually slip in front of them now. It works for me. I'm just going to time compress a little bit more until they enter their terminal phase. Okay. Yeah. I think it's going to be a case as they're going to slip just in front. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. Okay, one intercept. Okay, that's, again, it's not ideal. Oh dear. It's very much down to the wire here. This will be a moment of all time. I think this is a war crime? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I've not really thought about it too much in everyday life. Okay, we're down to just one missile each. Oh, well, we never had to think about it anyway. This is pretty terrible if I'm being honest. We've definitely not had any luck here, and we've expended quite a lot of our missiles trying to engage this group. There's missiles going flying. See if I can't even see. I was kind of hoping to see if I could get a view from this and watch the missiles flying by. Oh, you can see the missile there, just skimming above the horizon. That's a beauty shot right there. Come on. You can just see the little clouds following the missiles as it gets closer and closer. Let's go to the missile's point of view now. It's closing in on the target. Oh, you're joking! You're joking! That's not fair! Oh, the American missiles, by the way, are just the most frustrating thing. That was 2 miles out from the target. Right. I'm now in a really tricky situation because I really can't afford to be wasting missiles like this. So I do have the Slava, but again, we've been told not to launch sandbox missiles into the shipping lanes. The sandboxes will almost certainly designate the merchant as a hostile target, and will try and intercept it. So the only thing I could think of is to fire one missile, but again, they don't really work that way. So yeah, I'm kind of in a sticky wicket here. I'm going to bring the fleet up to standard speed, just try and transit the Strait. The most I could do maybe is sneak a what would you call it? Sneak a couple of forgers around, hit it from the other side, but I don't think that would work. We're in an awkward position to intercept as well because they are already side on, so they've already got a really good profile for stopping our missiles from even getting close to them. I suppose we could try an anti-ship run with forgers, but again, is it a waste of resources? Do we really need to do that? I mean, we've been pretty successful so far. We've sunk 3 merchant ships. These are the 2 escorting merchants, I assume, and they're escorting 1 neutral merchant as well. So yeah, I am concerned. I guess. So the problem is that I know the moment, even if I get the bombs off, I'm going to get shot down on the way out, unfortunately. So my only recourse then would be to have a mass attack of like 6 forgers and sea skim them all at point blank range. Do you know what? I think we're gonna attempt it. We might just give it the old try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We've got 12 forgers here. We've got enough for anti-ship ops. So let's prep 6 forgers. Get them prepped on the deck, as it were. They don't need long to prep at all, do they? Okay. So that's the VTOLs that struck the oil tanker coming back now. So let's launch our anti-ship aircraft. This is going to be a very like Falklands War scenario here, coming in at sea level and bombing merchant ships. I have a strong feeling this isn't going to work, and I'm going to have to buy back all of these forgers. What can you do, really? Here comes the second forger, parking up. They'll have to take off on this because they've got components that can't take off on the VTOL. I find that hilarious. Okay, and I'm going to get your landing 5, you're going to join. It's going to be 1 formation. So disband formation, and formation, join landing 3. And 1 more, makes landing 6, disband formation, join landing 3. Okay, so the plan is, for this kamikaze run, essentially, is these guys are going to fly pretty low to the ground. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up to 10,000 feet. Like so, just to extend their run. I'm going to pull them out to a holding area, let the formation catch up basically. Like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring them down to 6,000 feet. Through the cloud layer basically. And then we're going to approach them head on. And we're going to see if we can take the whole convoy out in one attack. Okay, so we've entered the shipping lane, we're going to descend now to 50 feet. So we'll make sure we've got the range to actually pull this attack off, and we don't have the range, okay. 3,000 feet, 6,000 feet you have to stay at then, I guess, for now. Okay, Leadnik 36 needs to catch up, man. What are you doing? Slacking. It's awkward because we really need to have them facing head on, so we can't just like cross them in. And if we sea skim them now, just out of interest. Yeah, do you know what? You guys are going to have to return to base. All of you guys. Get out of here, you crazy kids. You're going to have to try that again with some more fuel in a second. Oh, there's our... Speaking of which, though, there's our anti-submarine helicopters. So let's get the alert fighters up to shoot them down real quick. Actually, do you know what? Just need one. Here to here. Launch. Prioritize. Let's get you out to interdict both of them. A minute left, 40 seconds left. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to go out and shoot down those helicopters. One less thing to worry about, I suppose. Off you go. There we go. Right. I think they might have actually been running out of fuel, but I still want the kills. Zoomy. Zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. I'm chasing after them here. This is very sad. They were just checking for their survivors. I'm just persecuting them out of anger that I couldn't shoot down the that I wasted my missiles. I only get one here, but that's fine. Okay. Missile. I'd say. Oh, target. Okay. Missile. And by missile I mean gun. Missile. Funny. Okay, that's them sorted out. One less thing to worry about. Right, so I'm basically just going to let these guys land, service them. In fact, I don't even need to service them. I can just prep another 6. I should have done that. 6. Ready. Prioritize them, please. We also need to worry about the... Where did the briefing say that the other sub was going to be? Right at the tip of the westbound traffic. But he'll have moved, won't he have? So I think it's actually also time to start getting our submarines ready. So, ASW hunters. Launch both of them, please. In good order. Take a moment to admire the ships. I'm doing a little flyover for me there. As they come into land. Yeah, so we'll get those sorted. He's almost out. He's still got a good amount to spend, so he's good to stay there. Right. Get the strike force up first, because we can't really do anti-submarine ops with that task force in the way. So launch the anti-ship fighters. And check the... Okay, we're still got search radar on. How are we doing for helicopters? 3 minutes, okay. Okay, attempt number 2 at the strike. Maybe it was trying to tell me something the first time I did it and it didn't work. Maybe that was a sign. Guess I wouldn't know. So I think these actually will wait until these launch. And then it'll take off. So you might be delayed a little bit in getting these off the deck. Okay, they're returning to base. That's fine. They're just sitting monitoring. It's also fine. Let me see if I can speed this up a little bit. You'll return to base. Next 6. Okay, I guess we'll just have to wait. Time compress for a bit. Yeah, we're still 120 away, so we don't have to worry about them really. How are we doing for helicopters? 30 seconds until we can roll the helicopters out. So we're bringing these helicopters back out, and while we're at it, we're actually going to bring the fleet up to stand. I don't know why it keeps lorting down to 2/3 speed. It might be because of the Falcon, I'm not sure. Just trailing behind, doing God's work. You're still... Who are you waiting on? Are you waiting on these guys landing? Oh, you are, okay. So we're going to have to wait until they clear the deck before we can then take off. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? Again, our goal is just to reach the open ocean here. Okay. There's our first anti-submarine machine. Whirling up. So you are going to be heading straight for the outbreak point here. Put your radar on as well. Right in the middle here, basically. I'm going to have you do a whole search. Same goes for the second one as well. When it comes up. Either 2. Okay, it's spilled up. You're going to do the same thing. Oh, we're actually getting confirmation on what we've got now. Yes, this is an Adams class. So you can see here, right? If we attack the Adams class from the front, it's front on profile. The only thing that's hitting us is its gun. Because we've been attacking with the side on profile, you can see this is where its surface air missile set is. So again, we approach it from the side. It's the worst side to approach. You've got both guns, you've got the SAM launchers. If we approach it from this side, much better odds at actually hitting it successfully. Still don't know what this is though. Guess we'll find out. Tiger 2 is off the deck as well, so it can start heading for a submarine sweep. We basically wanted to search the same area essentially. And looks like our fleet is getting up in the air, which is perfect. 2 more aircraft to launch off the deck. And 1 more makes 6. Okay, so disband your formation, you can join your brothers. Oh, actually this is the last one, my bad. Oh, we got hostile missiles coming in. Oh, were you just launched? Oh right, okay, so we've got new missiles coming in and we know exactly where they've been launched from. Right, I didn't realise we were in launch range. Let's make sure that all air search radars are on. So we'll go ECOM, and then we'll go air search, surface search. That should put everyone's air and surface search on. We'll make sure Lednik 6 is there, and formation join Lednik 6. Okay. Climb to 10,000 feet. And you guys head out on the Strait mission. How many have we got? 4 harpoons. Okay. Again, the Admiral Zakharov is our protector here, protecting the main strike group, so we're going to hope that that works out well for us. Again, underwater launchers are just the worst. It's just so annoying, but nothing that we can't handle. So yeah, it was definitely somewhere around here. Just gonna go back to around there. Perfect. Again, they've launched a lot closer as well. They're probably launching at like max range. So we'll time compress a tad, wait for them to come back up on our radar. There they all are. The Minsk will probably fire first. There you go, Minsk firing away there. Historically, the Minsk, again, I don't think the Minsk has intercepted a single missile, so at least it's trying, I guess, and give it that. Apart from that, I can't say many good things about the Minsk's air defences. It can probably shoot down aircraft. I think it did actually shoot down an aircraft in our second mission, but I do tend to put more faith in other resources. We've just got to get our anti-submarine stuff on site to engage. Okay, let's see. Do we have faith? Do we have faith in the Satan freeze? Nope. Nope. Yeah, they just don't work. It's like, why are they doing? Okay, the geckos are actually engaging now, so thank goodness for little miracles. Because every other missile in the Soviet Navy just appears to just not like working at all. We've got the SNA-6 here. What are we thinking? This gonna work? Nope. Again, just gonna veer off course. What about this one? Any luck with this one? Just gonna veer off course. No, actually, intercept. We've got 2 intercepts there. We've got 2 more to go. What's the 3rd intercept? And that's all intercepts. Okay, perfect, perfect. So that's the harpoons basically dealt with, so now we just have to find the submarine that fired them. And we're good. Our flight of 6 forgers are proceeding towards their targets in a timely manner, which is fantastic. They should be in range of our weapon systems now anyway. We don't have to abort this attack. And I'll time compress a little bit there. Speed things up for us. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them down to 6,000 feet, see how that affects our range. I just want to make sure that we're still in range, not only to attack, but then also to turn. I think we should be. Okay. Passing 6,000. Yeah, there's all that Scottish air search radar on, so we've got to be careful that we don't trigger an early response. Let's get a pattern down, just in this area. Okay, Lennox 6, we're going to have you acting all as individuals today. Bring you down now 3,000 feet. Okay. And 1,000 feet. This will be a awesome payoff if it works. Or a horrendous failure if it doesn't, you know, who's to say. Still no activity from the Adams. So we haven't been detected yet, I don't think. 500 feet. Let's just hit the deck now, let's just hit 50 feet now. Okay. We're basically staging right in front of them now. Have they got their surface searches on? Doesn't look like it either, so that should make us a little bit harder for us to detect as well. And we also don't want to clump into groups, ideally, if we can get all independent targets. We've got 4 bombs, so that'll be 2 aircraft to the 2 warships, and then another one for each escort. Again, no activity from the enemy aircraft. So yeah, we want them to like approach down this lane, like that. And when we're in the final attack phase, then we're going to boost them up to like max speed and try and avoid them from turning around. They do have pretty fast turn rates, these ships, so we want to avoid them from turning and getting their missiles off. Again, we are at pretty low, we're at 50 feet basically, as low as we can go. Okay, and they're making that turn. And can we just... Yeah, we can't really, we've got to wait until a little bit. But we're now beelining it for them. And this is where we figure out if this plan was well devised or poorly devised. Okay. Still no sign of activity. Okay, let's max out our speed here. Let's increase our speed. We just want to wait until we see if there's any activity from the ships. The Adams is at the back of the line, so we don't want it, we're not expecting it to react first. The moment we'll see activity is we'll see this gun start to elevate to fire. Still nothing. Still 20 miles out though. Time for everything to change. Oh, yep, it's got us. Okay, so this is where our plan falls to bits, perhaps. But we're also going to designate targets now. So Lednik 1, you are going to attack 2-4, along with Lednik 2. Lednik 3, you're going to attack 2-1. And Lednik 5, you're going to attack that one. And Lednik 6, you're going to hit that one. Okay. Actually, I might need to divvy up these targets a little bit better. I might get you two to hit the ones at the back of the line. So, you're attacking that one, and then you're attacking that one. And then 3, you're attacking Adams. And you're also attacking Adams. And then you're hitting this one, 2-4. And then you're hitting 2-4. Okay. This is the big test to see I'm trying to think who we keep in line with. They're all sort of now breaking off into their individual groups. They're engaging at low level. The Adams coming around to launch off its... Oh, we got one with 2 launches already. Again, we just got to stay the course. Oh, dodge that one. That one's going to hit, I think. Oh, no! Wingman down! Number 3's down. Keep the course, gentlemen. Keep the course. Pop chaff if you have to. Oh, it's a miss! We can swap out at the last minute if we think the missiles are going to hit. Oh, I think we've lost our Perry flight. Yeah, so we're going to have to break up now. Have you attack the Perry. Switch you to 2-4. You're still on 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. 2-1, 2-1. And we're raising up. Here we go. Well, this could be it. We're coming in now. This is our direct approach. Oh, we got Sea-Wiz. Oh, Sea-Wiz is going to hamper us, I think. Bombs are away, though. Had to eject. But we got it. So that's 1 down. Lednik 1, please tell me you didn't drop. Oh, you did. Oh, no. Okay. Just got these guys now. They're moving up. I don't think the Adams Han Sea-Wiz, though. I think we should be pretty good. We've lost 4 fighters, or 3 fighters there. Again, I'm going to actually save you. I'm going to pull you off. Did that sink you? Was that enough to sink you? Oh no, it wasn't. I shouldn't have pulled you off. I'm sorry. Pull you back in then. And it looks like we've got... Oh yeah, these are definitely forces here. Okay. Circle back around and hit the sinking ship again. I mean, I'll take it. You know, it was that was a much better alternative than using our missiles again. I hope they don't get a lock on us. I'd be so angry if that got a lock on us again. I'm gonna pull out this way and I'm gonna pull back in. Come in like this. What are you shooting at? Right, bring us right back around. Okay, I'm surprised that 2 bombs didn't do it there, but hey ho. Okay, pull us in. And pull her out of our misery. There we go. Right. You get out of there, buddy. Leave the Adams to its fate. Perfect, right. We need a follow-up now. Oh, we've also detected the submarine. Perfect. This is definitely her. We'll go in there and let's get another strike force prepped. So we'll only need 4 this time, I think. Anti-ship. Ready them up. Prioritize. And that's a torpedo away. And let's actually get you on dipping sonar as well. Pop the layer and activate. Deploy. And activate sonar. Still descending now though. There we go, noisemaker's gone off. Second helicopter's coming in.